I can't wait to see this on the stream.
Painting with Men Off John is presented in Super Legitivision. Super Legitivision, the future of podcasting. It's .com.
Like beards poking out the bottom.
Men Off John.
And I'd like to welcome you.
We're live here.
Let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your homes. If this is your first time with us, let me extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your
miniatures
and paint along with us each week. Let's go over to the canvas here and let's get started. I believe, every day's a good day when you paint. I believe, it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. I believe, every day's a good day.
Yeah, enough with the music. You know, we don't. This episode doesn't even deserve the full opening credits. You know, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Painting with Men Off John show. This echo is going to drive me to have a frickin' aneurysm, but we're gonna force it through for you, people, because we love you. Welcome to the Sunday Night Extravaganza, starring Rich Pixelated Brautman in the mighty across the way from me seat, and of course down below where he's never been before, the co-host with the mo-host, Mr. John Spencer.
Hello.
Well, Rich, we don't have this figured out.
No, we don't, and I can't wear this thing anymore.
That's fine.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you the short end, folks. We didn't spend enough time getting it ready, and what we did accomplish in said amount of time, I still think is impressive. So
Yeah,
it is what it is.
so it's terrible. You know, we've got the Skype coming in from Rich, and that's causing, and my voice is carrying into his microphone, so we're getting this echo thing. So welcome to a podcast that sounds only slightly better than Crippled System.
Ouch. Ouch.
Oh, the zingers.
Yep. So anyway, so there you go. This is Painting with Men Off John, and this is a post-apocalyptic episode that includes the recap from the JohnCon 2016.
Yay!
Yay! I'm gonna put an image up here on the screen. So we had grandiose ideas, didn't we, Rich?
We did actually, and they kind of all fell apart, I guess. But you know what the good thing is that John is going to buy a beautiful new soundboard, and it's going to be nice, and he's going to run the similar kind of setup how I do when we have people on Skype. So I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
It's good. I'm going to spend some money, and thanks to the Patreons at patreon.com/menoffjohn, we're going to be able to afford this bullshit we just got done talking about. By the way, Congo the Germangand, this is not what this show usually is. I have to tell you, usually this is not a shit show quite to this level.
Yeah, this is a pretty impressive level of shit.
So this is really hard to talk with this echoing in my ear. So I'm just going to pull this back while I'm talking, and that way I can I won't hear John quite as much, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
I won't say anything important.
I took one earbud out, helping dramatically.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so you know, folks, we had a very special event here at Men Off John Central, otherwise known as Casa John in Racine, Wisconsin. We had a very special event right here. Oops, I'm pointing the wrong direction. JohnCon 2016. Rich, you were a part of that, weren't you?
Yes, and we kicked it off a little early, actually, the night before, by playing some fun games, and one of which was Joking Hazard.
Indeed.
By the wonderful folks at Cyanide and Happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And all I can say is feel a few things. Number one, yes, it's a party, social kind of, I don't know what you call it, but it's not like a strategy board game or anything. I will say, though, however dark and twisted or wrong you think Cards Against Humanity could ever be, this is worse. I'd say in the first 10 minutes, we had jokes about things that which sends you to prison for a long time. I don't even want to repeat them on the podcast.
No, that's
how bad it was.
so basically what people have advised me to do is to talk a little softer, to use my bedroom voice, if you will. And if that way I would then not carry over into your microphone, I could use the dulcet tones voice, which I'm so well known for. John, can you still hear me clearly?
Absolutely. It sounds legit as shit.
Okay, so I'm going to keep on talking like this, and actually, perhaps if Mike could, if the mic over there by Rich, if he were to speak in dulcet tones into his, that would probably all work very good.
Everyone seems to think this is perfect, so we'll shut up and do this a little bit quieter.
So Trolton Heston is going to get my most valuable chat room award, because he's the one that suggested this, and now the dulcet tones aren't hurting my head anymore. So, all right, so, we did get a little bit ahead of ourselves in that usually we start the show with a toast and a little bit of a beverage update. And, of course, Rich, I think you'd be best off to go ahead and help us to understand what it is that we're going to be drinking here at Casa John.
Oh, why thank you. I will give the invocation. That's what I should start calling it now, like on Beer Machine. We are drinking courtesy of Mike Wick and Pete Capozzo. More on them in a little bit. From Three Sheeps Brewing, this is called Paid Time Off Imperial Black Wheat Ale, infused with cocoa nibs, toasted coconut, and walnuts.
I do love a good nib.
Oh, just wait. This is part of the Nimble Lips Noble Tongue series. That's for you, Tracy.
Oh.
Craft brewed in Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
I would like to recognize the fact that you did pronounce Sheboygan properly, and that is excellent.
No lie. Dad is now a retired English teacher.
Very nice.
This comes in at 10% alcohol.
Oh.
And
it's a bitchy.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole description, but it says the series is called Nimble Lips, Noble Tongue, and holy crap, if that isn't the best joke of the weekend. So I've never had this before. So this is new. You can see it's pretty damn opaque. Just saying. John, do you want to be the JP and go first?
Yes, I'd be happy to. I can taste the nibs in my mouth already. I can feel the nibs rolling against my tongue in a very sensual way.
Jolton Hessen says the sexy voice has turned this into comedy gold. You know what, Flight Medic? It is a complicated beer.
It is. It sounds very complicated. I can feel.
I get the walnuts on the end. Do you get that?
I taste the ends of walnuts as they dance across my taste buds, in a very musical and quite. I want to say bitchy, but I can only think of flaccid.
Okay.
Wow.
When you get a chance, you should swap the cameras, so you're in the main screen if you're going to be doing any painting or anything.
Oh, I'm not doing any painting. You're in the featured seat tonight.
Oh, jeez. I don't need to be in the featured seat.
Dude, we have dealt with so much shit already in this episode. I have no interest in fucking with anything at this point. Here.
Sassy Greyjoy in the chat room says, "You taste the nuts." I do taste the nuts in my mouth. They are of the big walnut variety. A little salty nuts there.
You know, this is such a big beer. I can barely fit the nuts in my mouth.
That's impressive.
I
can't believe John hasn't collapsed yet.
John, do you have any nuts in your mouth?
Conversation of nuts? No. This isn't the first conversation we had about that this weekend, though. So.
There you go. Well, what are you having, John? What is it that is tantalizing your taste buds tonight?
Nothing. I'm drinking Henry's Hard Cherry Cola, which is mediocre, as I've explained to the brushheads already while you were working on stuff in the pre-ramble.
Oh.
It's a lot better if you mix it with black cherry whiskey, but I'm out of black cherry whiskey, so I'm just finishing this shit straight.
I'm I think that each of us out there who listen to my voice right now need to put your hands on your monitor, and I need you to feel a little bit of love for the co-host with the host, Mr. John Spencer, the mighty right hand of the podcast, as he suffers through what can only be described as a a vile, horrible thing that is rolling across his taste buds. So on behalf of Rich Brautman and John Spencer, I would like to say, hey, Ron.
Ron.
Oh, that's good.
You know,
That is very good.
It almost tastes like my tongue is stuck in some KR multi-case.
I don't think I have the words to come up with that after that.
No.
It's like you're just sucking on butter, right? Sucking on the butter foam.
I put my tongue on this beer, and all it could say was, ah. You know, folks,
Yes.
This is the part of the show where we do talk a little bit about some of our very special sponsors. And this time I'd like to talk about Clockwork Phoenix Games. Clockwork Phoenix Games doesn't really exist anymore now that DC works for the Steamforged. So, you know, it's more of an alliance. I don't know what it is, but I urge you to get on over there and try some Guild Balls or some of that card game that he designed. And
Shadow Games.
Yep, there you go, Shadow Games. And I would also like to thank DC for his prize support at JohnCon this weekend. It was legit and totally sweet. There you go.
I'll drink to that.
Hey, Ron.
Ron. So, do we talk about JohnCon a little bit?
I think we should talk about JohnCon. Now, folks, if you've been waiting and holding back to get to be a part of the amazingness... Oh, there's my dog. Nobody knows why my dog... Oh.
Well, that's odd.
I think that he's woofing at... Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest coming to join us right now.
Do you want to use my camera for this?
Yeah, we'll use that. So we have a very special guest who made several appearances during JohnCon. Ladies and gentlemen, coming on over here, if he ever gets over here, if he would hurry up. I'm not sure he knows how to get over here.
It's okay.
Hurry up, that way, over there. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the stars of this weekend, a T-Rex. So there you go.
Why don't you back up just a little bit, Chuck?
So, ladies and gentlemen,
right
one of our favorite things to do during JohnCon this week was to have your dice re-rolled by a T-Rex. And here you can see the T-Rex in question. T-Rex, how did you feel about re-rolling dice this weekend?
It was very fun.
There you go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we had great plans for the T-Rex to do some dancing. There's a little bit of dancing there, and we were going to play some music. But we've had so many technical F-ups at this point that we honestly don't think that's a good idea anymore. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a T-Rex. Hey, T-Rex, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think about KR Multicase?
I think it's amazing.
There you go. See? Here, you heard it from a T-Rex. KR Multicase. It's amazing. There you go. All right, thank you very much, T-Rex. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll catch you next time. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, try not to kill yourself, T-Rex. You're the last of your kind. All right, so let's talk a little bit about. Yeah, I know, right? There you go. All right, so we had a bit of a convention here. You know, we're still having the GoFundMe still up, and as you can see up in the corner, there is your website. We're keeping it up until the end of the show, and I think Rich, you could technically say this show ended about an hour ago, even though it's still going on.
That seems about accurate.
Yep.
Let's see. In the past 2 hours, we went to Belinda's house. We went to go get food. We went to Best Buy. We went to a restaurant we thought was open and wasn't. We went to another restaurant we thought was open and wasn't. We've accomplished more today. Oh, and we got a giant freezer in your garage.
Yes, and we lifted it up through a barely large enough staircase. And little does anyone know that you have a bad back, and I thought I would invite you out here for a vacation so that I could put you to work. I'm the best friend you could have.
Oh, what about the part where we moved the blocks of concrete?
Oh, the blocks of concrete were totally legit. I was really happy about that, by the way. But whatever. Everybody won. Belinda got her bricks, and we got the freezer, and you got the shaft. So,
Hey,
hey, Ron. So we are keeping the GoFundMe open for the next probably hour. So if you haven't had a chance to give out, some money for the food drive, this is the time to actually do it. We are all of an hour away, and we are right now we've raised $720 between the GoFundMe and the donations at JohnCon. And we also got about 150 canned food items at JohnCon also. So really, really excited about that.
That's awesome.
I think that's pretty damn impressive.
Oh, Belinda, don't feel guilty. I'm sorry. There's nothing wrong. Please don't feel guilty. We enjoyed doing what we were doing. Actually, it was quite an accomplishment when you get right down to it.
This is stuff we bring up for comedic value.
Absolutely. And by the way, the freezer is now draining across the garage because all the ice is coming out of it. So we should probably tell him, Rich, a little bit about what JohnCon was about.
Sure. Well, we started off playing, like we said, Joking Hazard with another John, Madrano, I think.
Yep, John Madrano.
And we found out very quickly it's a very offensive game.
Oh, it's terrible.
We also played. I gave a couple Arena Rex demos, and if you're not familiar with that game, listen to Beermachine because we've talked about that lately instead of War Machine. It's a gladiator game. Very low skirmish level. Most you can have is 8 models on a single side. We did a few of those, and the first night we watched. For the first time I've seen it in HD, Idiocracy.
Yes.
And that's on the required viewing list. If you're going to listen to Penny with Man with John or Beermachine, do so. The movie is now 10 years old and has never been more true.
Oh, yeah. This movie is just getting to become more and more a documentary by the day.
Yeah, it's scary. The next day, we woke up and started our mini Scrambler tournament. And
I think we probably need to talk about what a crappy job of planning I actually did.
I think you did a splendid job.
Well,
I don't have one over here, but we even had con badges.
Yes, so I made con badges, and I can't seem to find one right now either. There's one on the table over there. So the problem that I had was that I had failed to take Charles to karate on Wednesday of that week. So that meant that I had to take him on Saturday morning at 8:30, which was a half an hour after JohnCon officially began. So I decided, when I set this thing up, I thought 8 o'clock is good because we can start early, give people a lot of chance to play games because it's an early start and it'll be great. Well, what I forgot to figure into it was the fact that we'd probably be up until midnight the night before, hanging out and drinking and things like that. And I had to so I ended up getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning that morning to take the dog to the kennel. And then as I was driving back from the kennel, I stopped at the bakery to get brat buns for bratwurst. And the battery on Belinda's car died. Because my older boy had left the door open the day before, so the dome light drained the battery. So I ended up having to push start her car, and then I had to come over to the house, and then I put it on a charger, which put me further behind. And then I made breakfast for everybody. And I made apple skewers, which are these pancake puff things, which were super legit and totally good. But that prevented me from getting the prizes out on the prize table. So nothing was set up for prizes, nothing was set up for rock band, and I had people already in the house for JohnCon.
It was quite the morning. I then set up terrain and scenarios for 4 tables. Channeling my inner non-PG, and we got started. And round 1, I played against Beer Machine fan Mike Wick. Now, I decided on my list the night before. Sorry, and I've never done this before, and I played a caster I should not have played. Has no business being in Ret, and unfortunately, I can't talk about what caster it is because I'm going to play this at Food Machine, and I've Food Machine in Buffalo, I should say, and I've had people tech against me after I've talked about a list. So it was really good, and I think I'm going to do that.
Let's just say that his opponent did not get a second turn.
Yep, it was bottom of 1. I feel a little bad. A little bad. Mike's a good sport though, and round 2, the same thing basically happened to me, and Mike did that to someone else. So it all evens out in the end. We cut to
turning.
Yeah, we cut to final table because everyone else wanted to play other games, and I believe it was it Alex
Yes, Alex ended up winning.
that took it home.
Yep.
And good on him. He won, and that was on the stream. Good showing all around. A lot of broke ass shit, and we hope to see more of it.
So what we will do is after the Buffalo Food Machine event, Rich, we will have you back on and we will discuss this particular list because there is a particular jack that ends up with a 25-inch threat range as a result of the combination of the cheats that you can put in place. We're not going to talk about any of them, but I will tell you that it is an impressive threat range, to say the least.
Perhaps we should make that part of the retribution sode, the Retisode.
Ooh,
I don't like
a special section about what to do at Food Machine if you play Ret.
There you go.
Yeah, very good.
And, we're still very hardcore casual on this show, and the Food Machine rules, we will put them up on the PwMenothJohn.com so that you can take a look at them and you can use them at your event. We also have John's the Journeyman League, the special rules for the Journeyman League that he did. So, if you're looking for some alternative formats, I think that's that website that some jerk named Menoth John put up one time, and now has great contributors like John Spencer and Mike Wick posts on it. And, check it out, PwMenothJohn.com. But
my Journeyman rules might get updated for Mark III sooner rather than later because I might run one at the local store because we need to get some people playing again.
That's good. So we did that, and then we did prizes. So after we knew that some people probably were going to take off. We played the whole 3-round scramble in what, about 4 hours?
Yeah, I think that was about right.
Pretty legit.
When half of the games end at the bottom of 1, boom. So we did the prize support, and we gave away a Hordes box, the 10th anniversary Hordes box, and Alex, who was also the winner of the tournament, also got that. And we did that all based on random polls with tickets based on how much was contributed. And so he won that. Then we gave away a full Kickstarter version of Ninja All-Stars. And that went to John Madrano.
Awesome.
And you know the story behind that one, right, John?
Yes, I do.
So for those of you who don't know the whole story behind it, never back a Kickstarter when you're high on opiates following surgery. Don't do that. This is a message from your good old Uncle Menoth John. Then we also gave away some River Raiders. We had 2 blisters of River Raiders. People were thrilled to get those. We had also a box of Plague Marines. Those went to Sassy Greyjoy,
Cool.
who has never played 40K as far as I know.
I think it looked good in her Crick's color scheme.
It actually will.
Yeah.
And let's see, what else we give away? We got a box of battle pods from Robotech. Those went to Dustin. And then we had some let's see, some burlap bags for coffee. And
Yeah, I'm actually the proud owner of one of those. I attempted to win and then won Swamp Gobber River Raiders, and I then realized they don't work for any of my factions. So I promptly traded for a coffee bag that came from, we're talking, not bag of coffee, we're talking 100-pound bag of unroasted coffee from the fields it was grown in. Very cool stuff.
I think I got it wrong. Did Sassy win the 40K stuff, or she says she won the Hunters Guild?
Hunters Guild, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who won the 40K stuff.
Okay. Well, I'm glad she got the Hunters Guild, because that also included Cena. And so she can't see them, but she's but she has them.
I'm terrible.
So no, I did win the 49K. So that's a new game by Games Workshop, 49K. It's inflation. They keep on raising the prices on that game.
You can find it on the shelf right next to 401K.
That's right. Exactly. Seth won the Hunters Guild. Okay, that's very good. Seth Watkins, who also did a wonderful painting tutorial of two-brush blending and a bunch of other stuff that has been streamed. I just haven't uploaded it. And so that's going to be out there too. Did a lot of painting on that day. And then after the tournament, we started doing some more board gaming. And we played, I think it was a 9-player game of, or eight, there's a bunch of people, of Formula D.
Oh, that's super fun.
That game is cool. I've never, actually, well, people probably know I'm not a big board gamer. Or much of one at all, I should say. And this game was really cool, and I had a lot of fun playing it. I think it'd be a lot of fun to play at home if I get some people to play that. Any of you locals that are interested?
I have a copy of the original version, Formula Day, which is before they translated it all into English.
Yeah.
And added the drivers to the abilities, but it's super fun.
And what's nice about it is that it really supports an awful lot of players. So we were able to get, we had Pete Capozzo, and we had Mike Wick, and Rich, and me, and Dustin, and John Madrano, and Ben Lang, and so it was really, really good. And then Ben Lang took off and forgot half his stuff. So he left a Guild Ball mat, and he left, I think, a starter set for tanks. Definitely left his starter set for tanks because mine is over there against the wall. I can see it behind you, Rich. So he definitely forgot his. But yeah, so it was really, really good on that. And then things started to thin out a little bit. And we played some Battle Wizards. So was that Epic Spell Wars, Battle of the Battle Wizards on
Battle at Mount Skullsfire?
Yeah, that one. And so we played that game, and we played some Zombies Keep Out with Chuck. And then we played this game called Hunta.
I've heard of Hunta.
And thankfully, Dustin had played it before, and it was really complicated and pretty racist. It's kind of an old game, but it was... Belinda had brought that game, and it's the way that she did it, I think, is actually probably the right way to play it. And they basically streamlined the game an awful lot. And they got rid of like a whole section of the game, which streamlines it remarkably. And it was pretty good then. Basically, you play people who are part of a fictional island government, which may or may not have been Central American. And
Do you think it's supposed to be Panama?
Kind of.
It might
be.
Yeah.
The vintage is right. And the cartoons on it were not sensitive. It's a typical 1970s game or 80s game before they really started caring about that kind of stuff. And everybody turned against me. I became president the first time around, and I announced the fact that I was going to be president for life of this island, just like I am of War Machine and Hordes. And then everybody changed on me.
So I know this is weird, and you may not be used to this, John, but if you have constituents in a country and the person they elect says, "Screw you, I'm going to be the dictator for the rest of my life," usually doesn't go over very well.
But I was paying people excellently. I have the best ideas. And
see, there we go again.
I've got the best ideas, and I have the best people on the best island, and we're going to make this Banana Republic great again. So, and I tried to build a wall, and I'll tell you, it failed. As I was getting turned on by everybody except for Sassy Greyjoy, but then she started getting a little spunky, and I tried to use the power that the people had imbued in me, and then even she turned on me.
You know what was funny is when I shelled you from with airstrikes and the offshore gunboat, and then I landed the paratroopers in the middle of the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had a full-on coup, and then it was too late, and no one cared anymore.
Yeah, but then I got executed, and that's all that mattered. So, junta, or has spawned its own catchphrase. I got it right in the junta. So I took it right up the junta. So
that game is way too complicated.
Yeah.
Way too complicated.
I'm not.
A lot of those older games are.
I'm pretty sure I don't want to play it again, unless we play it with Belinda's rules. I think if we played it with Belinda's rules, I think I'd be okay with it. But everything else, I'm not sure I'm okay with that again. And then we decided to watch a movie that we'll discuss in the media section called Iron Skies. And
I've heard of this movie.
We'll talk about it in there.
John, I'm going to go for a restart because my processor is redlining at 100%, and I can't even load the stream.
Wow.
So I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Wait, he's hosting the call.
He is hosting the call. So if I lose you, John, I will call you back.
Uh-oh. Should I not bail?
No, that's okay. Go ahead and bail. I'll call John back.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know how to do this. Oh, yep, that sure happened. All right, so I'm going to call this back. And... All right. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
All right, good. Oh.
All right.
Now the echo's gone, too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually I played a board game this weekend, too.
Oh, yeah? What'd you play?
We were going to play Armada at Al Marshall's place, but then the roomie showed up along with Not Brushhead Dave, so we decided to play Robo Rally at her request.
Oh, nice. Robo Rally. I've not played that before, but I've heard wonderful things about it.
Oh, it's super fun. Basically, you've got a death trap maze thing with checkpoints you have to go through. It's like a race. And you have to do it before dying 3 times, and as you take damage, you basically get cards to do your moves, and you put them down in order. And as you start getting hurt by lasers and other traps and stuff, you can't change all your cards.
Oh, really?
So you might be stuck with stuff at the end of your program that you have to keep doing and do again and again and again.
Very nice.
It was super fun. I managed to win just through sheer luck and stick-to-itiveness and some really crazy, fortunate things when people tried to... we'd bump into each other and push the other one and pushed a couple people off the edge. It was super fun. We're going to pick it up here and play some more games of it.
Nice. I'm looking at things here, some of the settings and stuff like this. I'm trying to figure out why you're only coming in through one of my headphones, through one of my sides of my ears.
Is it the right one?
It is the right one.
Ah,
How do you know?
because I'm always right.
Oh, snap. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
With the chance, I had to take it.
Excellent. How's your reboot coming there, buddy?
We're getting there. We're back on the desktop, and it should be live in just a minute.
Excellent. All right, we got to see here. Sound. It's funny that, man, this dog is the worst smelling animal in all of history.
Your dog farts like none other.
Wow, that's pretty high.
My dog is farting in here, and it's making my eyes water.
That's why I don't eat sauerkraut myself.
I don't think this dog ate sauerkraut, but man,
Don't let it.
I'm going to try not to.
So Congo, the Dromagun, says that his last games he played was Super Dungeon Explorer and Gears of War. He does not recommend the Gears of War game.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what the issue with it is.
I don't know. I mean, those games based on video games tend to be kind of hit or miss.
They do. They do
Some
at that.
like StarCraft apparently is super good, and then some, I guess like this one, aren't that good. I've still got board games I've never played, and I've owned them for a decade. I've got Lord of the Rings Risk. I still haven't even. I mean, I've opened, but I never actually even read the rules for.
Nice.
Well, my local crew is not always into that kind
I
of
could
game.
use more beer. Cool. This is such a shit show podcast, John.
Oh, it's fine. We're doing fine. We're talking about stuff.
Let's see. It looks like Hairdo. Boxer farts are the worst. Agreed. Hairdo, I'm coming to Kansas City. You should know this. This is something you should know. Configure speakers. Stereo.
What? Why do you need to be in stereo?
I don't know. I don't want to be in stereo. That's great. I don't even know what I just did. Here, this is it. This is the one I want to configure. Configure speakers. Test. Nope, they're both coming out of the same one. Let's try this.
So here, he wants to know when
no.
you are going to be in Kansas City so he can prepare.
I need to figure it out. I don't know right now. I've got it, but I'll figure it out. But I got to look at it because I don't remember.
So on the War Machine and Hordes front, I am, unless I can convince the local press ganger to run a journeyman league starting next year, early next year, I'm going to run it at the local store, and I'm going to break out my minions for that.
Nice.
So I need to get a little ready for that. We'll have to see how that goes. I was told the local event coordinator that, sometimes if you think an event needs to be done to keep people interested or to get them more interested, sometimes you got to be the one to do it if the local press ganger is, busy. I mean, life happens to everyone, even press gangers.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you got to be the one to put it on your shoulders and take it.
That's right, buddy. And, it's great that it's really good that you do that because, a community really a lot of times can struggle if somebody doesn't help, kind of step up to the plate.
Yeah, and we're having a little bit of problem. Not a lot of War Machine and Hordes going on. I mean, we were the main proponents of it for the most part, but most of the other casual guys just don't show up as much anymore. And we've started to do a lot of other things. Like we've both got we've split into sort of two groups to role play with. So we sort of we're keeping those on the same day, but there's every other weekend we're pretty much not there playing War Machine. And Wednesdays are for everyone because it's weeknight, can't always get off work in time. So I'm gonna try and get it jump started again with sometime after the first of the year. All new war, all new year, all new Journeyman League.
Well, that's good. I just got I picked up some minions, and I played my first game with Rask while I was down there. Oh my God, what are you bringing out here, buddy? Let me finish this off. You could just come over here and we could talk into the mic and we could just kind of snuggle up and it'd be fine. This is true. Let's just do that. Pull your chair back over here and I'll switch over to the face cam here. There you go. That'll be good enough.
Good enough.
All right.
Cindy Lauper song.
You should see the size of this bottle that he's got.
I saw it as he was walking towards his laptop.
You can still bring your headphones over here.
Sorry for the shit for.
Man, that's fine. It's been a long time since we've had a podcast that's this random.
Yeah, sometimes it happens though, Sometimes you just go random and just get what you can in. Sounds like JohnCon was at least a good enough hit, so we got people having a good time. And
Yeah, it really
should
was.
show other people that they can do something like this too if you've got the space. Every once in a while, just get a bunch of people together, for whatever event. I mean, we did it a couple years ago at Casa Marshall because Marshall and my birthdays are like a day apart. So we had like a joint birthday party and everyone came over. We had a great time. It was awesome.
No, you just need your headphones over here. Oh, you could just do that.
I was listening through Skype.
Oh, well, that's going to be the stream over there, so it's going to be delayed.
Oh, that's no bueno.
Yeah, we need to plug back in over on the headphone thing over here.
Nope, I'll listen via Skype.
Okay.
That's
I'll
right.
dial you in.
Weasel World. That's it. Go for
Wait, no,
Weezer World.
But I should plug into the headphone thing.
If you plug into the headphone thing, you'll be able to hear. Please stand by, folks. Man, what a shit show. It's been a while. This is what happens, folks. The lesson for all of you would-be podcasters out there is don't fucking ever touch anything ever.
Or if you have to, test it beforehand.
Oh, God. So here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. This is my commitment to the community. This is how much I love all of you. This is not going to work. Here, give me the little shitty ones, and you can have the big ones.
Hey, we got some more cable on this.
Not really.
Not really.
No, don't worry about it. I'll take the little ones, you take the big ones. Get that shit out of there. There's too much stuff over here. All right. So
Too
you take
much
these
damn
ones
stuff.
here. These have long wires. That's what she said. All right, here we go.
I might start
Now I'm gonna
going
put-
through all the various games
I'm
and
gonna put
getting
this in my
demo
ears.
leagues, starter leagues for everything, because I feel like a lot of them just not getting. They don't have champions for enough of the games, and
Ooh, these are really
you can't find a
comfortable.
champion
Yeah,
for the
they're great.
game. Maybe you should look in the mirror. Maybe it's got to be you. Maybe you're the one who's got to step up and
I'll just grab the other chair, John.
That's fine.
get the game
Okay,
going.
grab the other
I'll
chair.
be right back.
All right.
So
So
these are gorgeous.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna Jesus Christ. Now the camera's pointing up into fucking the moon. All right, here we go. I'm gonna just take and, this is like a 2-hour pre-ramble. Is what this is.
Oh, we got some good content out of it. Some good JohnCon. Some good ideas.
Still pissing me
Sometimes the
off.
podcast is just us hanging out and chatting.
There we go.
Sometimes that's what it's got to be.
All right, so now I've widened the screen so everybody can see everything. The paints are flying all over. Fuck. Here we go.
Hey, they can clean up later. It's all good, man.
All right, so don't worry about it. My paints fall over, they fall over. It's games
We're
and
beyond
gears.
fucks now.
Exactly. All right, so this is way better. Somehow. Actually, this was just my big ploy to get you to get a little closer and more snugly, Rich.
Oh, you could have just climbed into bed later.
Woohoo! All right, so what the fuck are we drinking now?
This is, and I've never had this before, folks, so this is new. Badger State Brewing,
Where the fuck's that at?
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
How about that?
I know, right? Whiskey barrel, chocolate stout aged in bourbon barrels. So, it's the Whiskey Barrel Beer Series. Okay. You get this? It's called Whiskey Business.
Oh, snap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's see here. We barrel age old favorites and new brews in whiskey and wine barrels to push flavor forward. Each beer is aged in the barrel that best complements its character and enhances your enjoyment, which probably means the cheapest one they could find.
Yeah.
Our forward series of limited run experimental beers honors the optimistic attitude and creative spirit found in Wisconsin and captured in the state's motto, Prost.
That's the
This
state motto?
I don't think so.
can't imagine.
It sounded that way though.
I turned up the gain on the mic, so now we can hear it better.
Oh, excellent. Okay. This is courtesy of Mike Wick and Pete Capozzo. Awesome gentlemen again. Thank
They
you.
are wonderful.
I've never had this before, so this should be good.
All right.
Do we have a percentage on this? No? No.
Fucking strong?
Why would they not do that? Okay. Well, I'm going to look it up while we're tasting this.
It's of indeterminate strength. All right.
Yes.
So, and John's got a shot of Cannon Blast.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So, hey, Ron. First off,
Run.
Run.
Well, I can certainly taste the aged
Ooh.
in whiskey. It's got a very ladies and
What
gentlemen.
is going on here? There's a Amber Alert.
Child abduction in progress. Child abduction in progress, folks. What's the Amber Alert? Let's help. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Amber Alert is in effect. License plate 666XUK. It's a 2011 green Kia Soul SUV. If you see anyone driving a green Kia Soul SUV, run them over.
Don't run over the kid, though.
No, just stop only the person driving.
Call the police.
Or
That's
call
what
the
you do.
police.
Call the police.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be the voice of reason here.
I'm
How did
glad
this
my
happen?
my phone decided to just do that.
But also in effect, Lofo is now following us on Twitch.
Oh, outstanding. Welcome, Lofo.
Welcome, Lofo.
Welcome. Hope you're enjoying.
Hope you're enjoying the shit show. So,
I can't believe this is like the first show Belinda's tuned into for a while, and this has got to be just crazy. Belinda, it's nothing like this usually.
I hope for her sake she left already.
Yeah, no, she's still here.
Nope,
she's
she's
a
still there.
trooper. She's a
And
trooper.
your dog ripped ass again.
God, my dog is so fucking wrong. Oh my God!
That's so bad. It's like she's just shit over there.
But she
I
didn't.
feel like you need to call this episode "Dog Farts and JohnCon."
Oh my God. Okay, good. We'll call it that. I can't continue.
So what time is it? It's 9 o'clock. That's almost media section time.
Well, 7:53. No, we got more to talk about.
All right.
So, so then we also we made the bratwurst.
Ooh, the bratwurst was good.
The bratwursts were good. Belinda Librarian went to the store for us, which was super legit and totally sweet. And we came back with some brats. I made some brats. We had sauerkraut. I have never seen so much sauerkraut in my entire life. It was a pasta pot full of sauerkraut. I did my part to eat it. Did you?
I did. Fair warning, if you are hosting a tournament in your basement and you're providing lunch, it's probably not a good idea to make your free complimentary lunch be half sauerkraut.
This is probably true. Among the mistakes that were made in JohnCon, this is one of them.
I'm not allowed to eat sauerkraut. The Geneva Convention has ruled against it.
Yep.
However bad you think it was, that was fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So breaking news, this beer comes in at 7.5%.
Yeah.
Eh.
No, it's good.
It's not as strong as I thought it would be.
No.
The only thing I don't like about it is that it's a little too carbonated
It is pretty highly carbonated.
for my taste. If the alcohol percentage was upped a few points, it probably wouldn't taste like that as much.
Okay.
But it's still an amazing beer. It's the tastes are incredible. That's the only thing I don't like about it.
It's got a little bit of you can definitely get the woodiness out of it. I'm definitely tasting the wood. Mm-hmm. It's like having some wood in my mouth.
You do know what wood in your
So-
mouth is like.
That's right.
First nuts, now wood. You're taking
Well-
the spectrum there.
Well, the thing that I liked the best about the first one was I felt the nibs. You know, I could taste the nibs, and then I taste the tasted the nuts in my mouth, and now I've got wood. So
It's
I
a
mean-
hell of a thing, folks.
tonight's a red letter night. I don't give a shit what your background
Wow.
At least the shirt's still on. Jesus.
for now. You know, so this is a lot of beer, and
sure is.
it's a big beer.
We got some more after this coming too.
Outstanding. So, you know, folks, there's some lessons to be learned from JohnCon 2016. So we'll say a good thing about JohnCon, and then we'll say an opportunity. How about that?
An opportunity.
Yes.
Can't tell you work for the man.
Oh my God, it's so bad smelling in here. The dog shit again. It's incredible. I don't know how this is happening. I didn't feed her anything different unless she got into cat food. That's the only thing I can think of. So let's say a good thing about JohnCon.
Good thing about JohnCon, hanging out with some amazing people, and having, I'll go for two, having an open container tournament.
Yep, there you go. I'm going to say a good thing about JohnCon. I'm going to say a good thing was how generous everyone was. You know, Dustin brought 90 cans, and that's wonderful. We had so many people that gave so much money. Of the people that showed up, we raised $340 or $360 just from the people who are there, and that's really, really amazing. Let's say an opportunity.
There's an opportunity, if you were not here, and you kind of wish you were, you can donate still.
That's a great opportunity.
It sure is.
That's a great opportunity. And if you look at your screen, and this isn't going to help the people who are listening to this on audio worth a shit. If you look at your
Don't
screen,
write it down if you're driving. Listen to it later.
write this shit down and drive off the road. www.gofundme.com/2RVKW84. Do you know, John, I had to request that address specialty.
Awesome, but why you tell them if it's going to be over by the time this show's over?
Well, you know, the people who are watching, in case they don't want to. In case
Sorry.
they want to, that's fine, whatever.
How do I? Where's the
Firing
easy
logic
link to
bullets
this on
at you.
Facebook?
Pew pew.
To this what?
To the fundraiser.
The fundraiser?
Yeah.
It just Google GoFundMe JohnCon, and you'll be fine. It'll take you right to it.
I want to put it in the chat.
Oh my God, the dog is killing me.
This is like, I'm impressed.
It's wrong.
I'm impressed.
So an yes. Can you donate dog parts? No dog parts. We have all that we need. I'll say one opportunity that I had was that I need to do more delegation.
Yes.
As an
Yes.
I need to put things in place there where like the prizes are all in one place, so I can say set up the prize support. They're all here. Or I could have asked Belinda possibly to get the Abelskeevers mixed up.
Yes.
That was an opportunity. And there's plenty of opportunities around organization. So I'm going to say one opportunity we had was better organization. We'll do better next year. Let's say a good thing about JohnCon.
That's an easy fix, though.
It is.
That's an easy
We can
fix.
fix that. We can fix that.
Good thing I'm going to try and be there next year.
Yeah, you fucking better be, John.
Look, the time off is no bueno. I'm
know.
negative
No.
right now, so.
You know what? You want to know something? Honestly, since my company changed hands September 1st, I'm actually borrowing into the negative. And
Yeah.
I had to clear this when they offered me to keep my own job. I had to say, I'll take the job, but I already bought plane tickets for this, so it needs to happen.
So there you go. Oh, that was very nice of you, man.
Oh, well, I couldn't miss this.
All right. The let's say a good thing about JohnCon.
A good thing about JohnCon. The place we ate dinner at.
Just now?
Yeah.
Reef Point Marina.
Wow.
In Racine. They call it Reef Point Brew Pub or something like that. And it's right on Lake Michigan. They had an excellent beer selection.
They sure did.
What was that shit we were drinking that was so sweet?
Central Waters Brewhouse Coffee Stout, I believe it's called.
It's a lot of name.
Holy crap. Amazing coffee stout. Incredible.
It was funny because it ended up with like this fruity flavor to it. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, it had that kind of a finish to it. It also had a walnut, nuts in your mouth finish.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Fuck, I had so many nuts in my mouth I didn't even know which way to turn.
I was impressed by that.
Woo!
I had
I had my mouth wide open for that one.
I had a nice
tell you what.
spicy
Spicy
jambalaya, which was
You did.
fantastic.
You did. You couldn't have fit more jambalaya in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other, I'll say a good thing about JohnCon. I'm going to talk about the dinner we had before on Friday, and that was at a place called the Yard Arm in Racine, and the Yard Arm had the nice sand dollars, which are these little potatoes that they cook, and then they put Parmesan cheese on there, but they refuse to serve Sassy Greyjoy.
Yeah, and I think it may have been because she was a Greyjoy. I'm not sure.
Pretty sure that they did not. They were kind of racist against Greyjoys. So, on one hand, I'm going to say good job to the Yard Arm. On the other side, I'm going to say fuck you.
Yeah, was a little disappointing. However, the food that I did have was good.
Yeah, the people who had food enjoyed it.
It was the sand dollars are legit. It was my first beer at a restaurant in Wisconsin, so I felt it was appropriate that I ordered a Spotted Cow.
That was good.
Yes,
that was good. So we're $30 away from 400 on the JohnCon GoFundMe, and if we can get to 400 while we are still on this show, which is another half an hour, if we can get to 400, I'll take off my shirt and I'll do a shot of that shitty rum that we always talked about.
Kraken?
No, that shitty rum.
Oh,
The Captain. No, that's
wow.
worse than that.
Shots
That
fired.
Captain Shit Jack or whatever the fuck it's called out there. The
was it?
Sailor Dan.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a shot of that. And if we get to 300, that's only $30 away, brushheads. So
the link is in the chat room.
yep.
If you would like to click it, please. We were actually joking earlier today about doing like an old school 80s telethon. Of course, we didn't have the time and the prep and
technology
and
shot
whatnot.
that right in the ass.
Yeah, but that's what we were gonna do.
You know what we're gonna do after this show?
Drink.
Look on Amazon for a fucking soundboard, and we're gonna order it using
Yes!
one click. Yeah, there's no coming back from one click, bitches.
Don't drink in Prime, kids. It's not good for you.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna order all the soundboards.
So if you would like to donate, we are $30 away, and I mean, come on now, it's $30.
We can do this.
If everyone in the chat room put in $2, or I'm sorry, $3, because there's only 12 people watching.
Why would they? How are 12 people watching this?
I don't know.
This is unwatchable, and yet they're still
there's
watching.
only 10 people watching.
All right, we're down to 10.
Now the math is easier. If everyone would donate $3, we can achieve our goal.
I'd achieve all the goals if people would do that. I would create new goals then that were different and in straight lines from Michigan.
Ah, yes, straight lines.
All right, so the other thing that I'll also do if we get to 400 is I'll put some Butterfoam on my head.
Oh,
so there you go. No shirt and Butterfoam. That's worth it.
And I'll throw in something for everyone who donates at least $3. Send me a screenshot that you did it, and I will do a subject in the next co-host corner for you and make sure you get an episode.
You know, there you go. That's some shit right there. I'm going to tell you what. You get out there and you give till it hurts, and then you give a little bit more. You know, people don't have shit to eat this year. You know, Donald Trump told us the country's all fucked up, and it's shit's all messed up.
I believe he said something like, "I know shit's real bad right now with the dust storms and the lack of burrito coverings, but we got this fundraiser for JohnCon. And if you donate now, it's going to fix everything for some people that are hungry.
In 1 week.
In 1 week.
You know,
Rich, you've been hanging around John too much.
I've been here all weekend. I mean, fuck, man.
Not everything can be afforded by everybody. And nobody can afford not to give to this particular GoFundMe. You know, I think we broke Twitch.
I think we did. It won't load on any machine in the house now.
All the Twitch has...
It's still working over here.
Okay, well, we'll break the East Coast in a second. You know, WikiLeaks is ready to release 10,000 emails related to Painting with Menoth John.
I don't think we sent 10,000 emails.
and I don't even know where they got those because we've gotten like 15 ever. So
they're making shit up now.
Oh yeah, we're the best ever. So WikiLeaks don't know about our emails. And, you know, if you gave to the GoFundMe, they might find us. Because still nobody's giving us shit. Come on, people. We can give. Because I want to take my shirt off and drink.
And he needs an excuse.
You damn right.
Oh.
So I was very...
Let's talk about movies. Maybe people want to do movies.
All
right, we should go to movies. I've got quite a few to talk about.
All right, we're going to the media section. Boom. Look what I did there, Rich. You see, this is fucking broadcasting right here.
Wow.
I know, right? Look at that. I put John in the forefront, and I moved us to the background. And meanwhile, some fucked up picture of Bob Ross is like half on the wall and half not on the wall. Boom.
At least this shit works.
That's true. We should probably done this the whole time. Damn.
I know, right? So here we go. John, tell us about a movie.
Well, I'm going to start with one I forgot to mention last
We're
week.
at 400, folks.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we
happen?
have reached 400. Off comes the shirt.
What? How did this happen?
Oh, yeah, bitches.
Where did you see?
Woo! Came into my phone. Woo!
Yes.
All right. So now, what else am I doing?
Butterfoam on your head.
Butterfoam.
Yes.
Woo!
I don't.
I gotta use some Butterfoam.
The website didn't update soon enough.
What's the Butterfoam I can put on my head? Oh, there's better Butterfoam than this. Oh, this will be fine. I gotta get better butterphone. Hang on.
Okay, so I should really get a boom stand for my setup. This is nice. So there it is. There was a $5 donation that came in just a minute ago. Woo! There was a $30 donation that came in.
We're kicking ass.
And I believe that would put us at 4. Oh, there is another third. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
According to
People
the
got
math,
generous.
Thank
you all.
on John's locked iPhone screen, this would be a total of 465. I'm going to verify that. John, can you unlock your iPhone and do that? Okay, good. So, here at Penny with Menoth John headquarters, we have broken the boundary, and if someone sends in a $10 donation, John will put his shirt back on.
I can't get enough.
All right.
Oh, well,
I think it's media time.
someone sent me a screenshot. Let me know that I need to make a
what's
subject
going
for
on
them,
here?
so that'll be
This
interesting.
one update where the shit. Come on.
All right, media section.
Come on,
What
give me
I
all the
forgot
money.
from last week that I wanted
Woo!
to talk about was
Yeah.
Gamers 2 Dorkness Rising.
435. Woohoo!
Gamers 2 Dorkness Rising.
Yeah, have you
That's
guys
right.
seen that?
No.
It is super fun. It's basically a quasi live action of them playing a D&D campaign. It starts off at the end of one, and like that beats them, and they're like, we can't be beaten, we got to come back. So they come back and add new players and go through again, and it's really hilarious. It's on YouTube. You can find it. It's super funny, and the outtakes at the end are double hilarious.
Is this the same cast as the first one?
Maybe one or two of them.
One
I
or
haven't
two
seen
are
the
the same?
first one,
Okay.
but looking through a little bit of it, I think it's one or two maybe.
Okay, perfect.
But super funny. I hear it's actually way better than the first one. They actually got a budget. 'Cause they
Why for
kickstarted it.
imprint? Reason number
That's
442.
amazing.
Sassy Greyjoy's seen it, so it was awesome. I meant to only sit down and watch a little bit of it, but I had to stay for the whole thing because it was hilarious. That is zero shots of crack, and it is good humor, especially if you're a D&D fan in any way, shape, or form.
Of course. It looks like we have a music request here.
Was that?
It looks like we have a music request.
Oh,
Oh man, what is happening here?
I don't know.
I
Oh,
think
music request?
we're in for
Raining
some
Men.
thunder.
Oh. If you want to do Raining Men, you got to do Tragedy, the metal cover of the Bee Gees and More version.
Ooh, that sounds
That's
pretty
where
good.
it's at.
Look at him. Look at him breaking it down.
All right, so what did you guys see this weekend?
Well, we watched, like I said, we watched Idiocracy, and we've beaten that to death like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, that's a zero shotter.
Hey, John, hit the button.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, yes, this is the best worst thing. That is correct. Friday we watched Idiocracy, and it was the first time I've seen it in HD. Fantastic. Last night, we watched a movie about Nazis in space.
That's right. Iron Sky, folks.
If you haven't seen Iron Sky, please go watch it. And I'll tell you this: even if you're not into it, if you're not feeling it when you start watching it, just stick around for 20 minutes. And the reason you should stick around for 20 minutes is that there is the greatest tribute scene you have ever seen. I didn't mean to say it that way.
That's fine. What movie? What was it? What the Hitler meme?
This is, if you've ever seen on YouTube, Hitler in his bunker, and the subtitles
Yeah, Downfall.
Downfall. The subtitles are changed to be funny,
Mhm.
and it's kind of been an internet sensation for a while. What they do is, so spoiler alert: there are Nazis in space. One of the main characters reenacts that scene from Downfall with everyone else in the room. The camera angles are the same. Her twitching as she's getting angry is the same. She breaks the pencil. She tells everyone who wasn't in support of this to leave the room. They all leave the room. You hear her yelling from the outside. They show someone crying outside the door.
It's perfect.
It is shot for shot exactly. That alone it makes the movie worth it.
In fact, it might be that alone that makes the movie worth watching.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Have you not seen this movie?
No, I haven't. I've heard about it. I just haven't found it in a format that is free yet, but I haven't been looking very hard.
So where the hell did we see it?
You bought it.
Oh, I rented it, didn't I?
You rented it.
Yeah, I rented it. So it was like $3 on Amazon Prime. So I went that way, and it's probably worth $3.
Okay.
Oh, it's
I might
totally
have to look
worth
into
$3.
that.
It's
Yeah.
worth $3.
Yeah.
If you have a physics, engineering, science, technical background, just put it aside for now. And
So you're saying this movie and physics and science
Oh,
not really on
no,
speaking terms anymore.
not even.
no bueno.
No.
Giant airships in space.
So what you're saying is they were
towing
standing order.
rocks.
Yes, towing meteors.
Yeah.
There was the Mir space station as a giant laser.
Yeah. Shoots laser beams.
There's some problems.
Dog farted again.
She sure
That
did.
ear part sounds realistic. I believe that.
And to top it all off, the president of the United States is a mock Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've seen that.
treat yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this 3 shots of Kraken.
I can't stand the smell in here anymore.
You kind of want to be in the bag when you watch this movie. Or a couple of really heavy bourbon barrel stouts. That'll do it too.
Oh hell yeah! The only problem with wearing a shirt over your face is that you can't drink while you're doing it. But I swear to God, this dog is out to kill us.
This is brutal. And she's not
Well,
even.
luckily
Go ahead, John.
for you, I have a couple more things to talk about in the media section to
Oh,
make this
thank
take
God.
longer.
Thank God. Hey, Ron.
Right.
The next thing I want to talk about is Death Race 2.
Nice.
I don't know
Wait
if
a
you guys
minute.
have
They
ever
made a
seen-
second one of these.
Yes, they
things?
did.
Oh yeah. So the first one, Death Race, which is, in my opinion, an underrated movie. Is it great? No. Is it enjoyable? Fuck yes.
Oh fuck yeah.
And this one,
Have you
it
ever seen the
plays it
original?
well because you
No.
go in, and you're not
Huh.
sure. Is it a sequel? Is it a reimagining again? Is it a prequel? Spoiler, it's a prequel.
A prequel. So do we get to see where Frankenstein's origin story?
You do get to see Frankenstein's origin story.
Whoa.
Very nice.
It's not bad. It's
Frankenstein
it's got
from
Danny Trejo
Death
in
Race
it.
2000, who is one of the racers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's not played like David Carradine like he was in the first movie, but
Oh God.
because he was in there for just a little bit of that, because that was a homage to the original one.
We
But
should probably drink and watch Death Race, the original one.
Yes.
well, Death Race 2 is free on Netflix, so
Nice.
Boom.
but it's got the same sort of cool action. It tells the beginning story. Has some of the one or two of the characters from the original, with the same actors. It's got Danny Trejo in it. It's got Sean Bean in it. Spoiler: Sean Bean dies.
What
Oh.
a
Is
Is that a
shock!
spoiler?
What a shock!
Does he live in anything?
He lives in The Martian.
And in Ronin, he doesn't die in Ronin.
There you go.
So if they let him stay, he probably would have died.
He's writing that shit into his contracts now.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was actually pretty enjoyable. Danny Trejo in the lead, whose name I forget. He's discount Jason Statham. I mean, more discount than Ed Screenin, the guy who played Francis in Deadpool. He's more discount than that.
Wow. That's some
Yeah,
weak
because
shit
they got
right
him
there.
to do the Transporter reboot. But it was not bad. It was surprisingly good. And I've heard the third one, Death Race Inferno, is actually also decent.
Really
So I might check that out. I give it 2 shots of Kraken. It is a solid action movie.
outstanding.
If action movies aren't your favorite thing, it may climb up to 2.5, 3, but it's free on Netflix and only about an hour and a half, hour 35 long, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's pretty solid.
Excellent. My favorite comment in recent history is now in the chat room. What did I miss, and why does John not have a shirt on and foam on his head? So,
We got over 400 on the GoFundMe, so boom,
yep.
shirt off, foam on his head.
By the way, this is an extra AFG foam
Ooh.
for Butterfoam if you want it.
Wait, what?
This is an extra one.
You have an extra one.
I have an extra one.
I humbly thank you.
Yeah, you can have this after.
I have to get that
Plus,
home.
it's been on his head. That raises the value.
It's like
Raises
plus
the value.
Yeah, look at this. I'll even wear it at a jaunty angle. Look at that.
Ho, ho,
See?
ho.
That when they wear the butterfilm on the head with the jaunty angle, that anything is possible. That your AFG, if it is in the butterfilm, it will go. There you go.
Speaking of French accents and outrageousness, this weekend I received from Seth at Side Hustle Studios.
Oh my God.
A custom made. It was it's a modified. Now I forget his
Narn.
Narn. To look like my character from Beer PG, Rillin.
Girl butt.
And furthermore, he is holding a double-ended dongulator. If you listen to the show, he comes upon this device, and you can probably figure out what that is. It is expertly painted, very, very lifelike. Go to the Beermachine Facebook page; you'll see the pictures. I am absolutely humbled. I've never had anyone make a model for me, and I'm going to be using this next time we play Beer PG, and I will also be using him as Narn in the next tournament I play in.
Awesome.
So Seth,
thank you again, Seth.
Seth is an amazing human being and a wonderful painter, and we have arranged. I've had certain members of the league, the Painting with Menoth John legal team, in contact with Seth. His people have called my people. They've had lunch, and we're going to have Seth Watkins on the show. So, Belinda now came back and now wants to know what did I miss, and is probably wondering why I don't have a shirt on and I'm wearing foam on my head.
The
GoFundMe broke 400. He tempted them with shirt off and foam on his head.
And I did a dance too.
It was actually the co-host corner updates that actually got him, I think.
I think it's absolutely true. In fact, I probably held him back.
So this next one I want to talk about, while we still got time here, is one that everyone can have seen because it is a trailer.
Ooh.
I've not watched
a teaser trailer for Logan.
Oh, that one I have seen.
Holy shit!
It's going to be different, isn't it?
I have a feeling that this and Deadpool are going to end up being the best X-Men movies.
I think you're probably right.
Like, I love X2. I really do. But I have a feeling that this is going to blow it away. How often does a trailer get you a little bit in the feels? For like a superhero movie type thing. I mean, come on. That doesn't usually happen. And this one is... Well,
how often does any trailer do that?
Some of those trailers get you in the feels, but it's...
Rogue One. But still.
Yeah, Rogue One,
haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, Rogue One don't, because it gets some spoilers away, though I must say every trailer is better than the one before it with that. But this is really good. It uses a great song, The Hurt by Johnny Cash, which is actually a cover of Nine Inch Nails, though it's his song now, let's be honest.
That song itself gives me the chills.
Yeah, it's a great song and used to great effect. This looks like it's going to be a really good movie. You know what DC says they're trying to do? We're trying to make good movies that happen to have superheroes in them. That's bullshit for them. I think this one's actually going to be a good movie that happens to have superheroes in it. And I'm really looking forward to it. I give this trailer 0 shots of crack, and I'm looking forward to seeing that movie. Hot damn.
Well, that's great. That's great. I was very impressed with the trailer as well. I caught it. Looks really, really good. Super excited about it.
Yeah, between that and John Wick 2 and Rogue One, good lord.
God,
Trailer's
John
like,
Wick
ugh.
2. God,
What
John Wick.
kind of suit would you like, sir? Tactical.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, this is so good. And then finally, I'm going to talk about a new release movie.
Okay.
Ooh.
Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Because, of course, I saw that.
I have no idea what this is.
It's the sequel to Jack Reacher.
I have no idea what that is.
You've never seen Jack Reacher?
No.
See Jack Reacher. It is a very, very good action movie.
All right, I'm going to make a note of this right now.
It's a what's his fuck?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, Scientology guy. I almost called him.
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise. It's
but
based off a character
he does a good job
from a long-standing book series.
Okay.
One of the later books. I think it's like the 8th or 9th book. They just started there, and basically he's an ex-military policeman who one day he woke up and he mustered out and he's like, I don't want to be in the military anymore. So he didn't re-up and just left, and he's sort of a wanderer. He wanders from place to place and of course gets into trouble like you do. And the first one was very good. This one is not as good, but that's mostly because it's different, and I think people aren't expecting the different style. Because this time it's him and Colby Smulders, who plays a military officer who's falsely accused of something and who has taken his post. And he only knows her by phone, but of course, Jack Reacher gets involved in shit, and he just goes all in. That totally fits his character. There's other subplots that aren't shown in the trailers at all that I do not wish to touch on because that would spoil stuff. But let me say, it is still a good movie. It is a bit more unraveling a mystery, finding the clues, than it is ass whooping action. And some of the action scenes are still just as good as the ones from the first one. And he has a little more competent guys to fight. Overall, it's a very good movie. Not quite as good as the first one. El Marshall and I agree that it's probably about a 1.5 shot of Kraken, when the first one was like a half shot to a 1. Still good, still worth your time, but different. And some might like it better because of the play between Colby Smulders and Tom Cruise, who don't have a lot of chemistry together, but since they barely know each other, it actually fits better.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because why should they have a ton of chemistry? They've only talked on the phone prior to them meeting, so. It's also got the guy who played the computer hacker from Leverage in it, in a pretty decent role. I don't remember his name, but
Is that TV,
he's super cool in it.
TV series Leverage?
Yeah, TV series Leverage, yeah.
Okay. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes. I thought it was pretty amusing. So.
Yeah, the black guy who plays the computer hacker,
Yes.
he's in this also, and he's fine in it. Everyone does a fine job. The villain is not as good as Werner Herzog in the first one, but let's be honest. Well, Werner Herzog in the first one, who played the Zek, had no chance physically against Jack Reacher. He was fucking frightening.
Yeah,
Would you agree, John?
Werner Herzog is a scary ass human being in general.
He did it perfectly. It shows the adage that there are no small roles, just small actors. Yeah. And he's only a director. He just played that to the hilt. Like, he was downright creepy. You're like, holy shit. Like I said,
I've seen Werner Herzog actually act in a few things. He did a mockumentary about the Loch Ness Monster that is just money. And he's just a weird dude on top of everything else.
He seems like he'd be a cool dude to hang out and talk with,
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Because like most of them, I imagine he's probably just the absolute cool dude outside of that. He seems like he's a good actor.
Yep.
Which is great from a director. Good Lord.
Sweet.
So that's my list. Definitely go see it. Prove the critics wrong. I mean, somehow the critics are like, this movie's getting bad reviews, yet somehow it's got a B+. How is B+ bad reviews? I need to know this.
Wait, that's considered bad?
Yeah.
What? Okay, whatever. So over 99% of all cinema's bad? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
so
it's a B+. It's actually a pretty good review. It's not game breaking, but I mean, how often can the sequel be game breaking when the first sequel was like it just hit all the notes and be like just totally different kind of action movie?
So now that since we're still in the movie, the media section here for just a second, I thought I would tell you who I think I look like right now, and that is, do you remember The Fifth Element? The guy that comes to the door and he puts his head like this, and it's nice the hallway, hat. And he's got Corbin
like
Dallas.
I'm with you.
So that's kind of who I look like right now.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and flip it back here to the face cam.
The movie's so good.
Well, folks.
Oh, one more thing.
Yep, good.
I will be reviewing Batman vs Superman Extended Ultimate whatever the fuck edition. Charlton Heston's coming over. We're gonna drink alcohol and watch it, and then afterwards he's requested to see Flash Gordon, so that'll be a treat.
Flash Gordon's amazing. That movie rocks. So
that's us, November 12th. So November 13th is a podcast. So expect to hear about it then, assuming I remember it, because I will be drinking a lot.
So next weekend we will be broadcasting not live from War Machine Weekend, not even remotely live. We have nothing to do with the War Machine
next
Weekend.
weekend?
Isn't it next
next
weekend?
weekend?
No, not next week.
No,
Weekend after that.
Weekend after.
So next week we will not be. It won't be War Machine Weekend,
Oh.
so you don't have to worry about it.
It's
So-
still a true statement. Next weekend we still won't be live from War Machine Weekend.
Actually, we won't be from Lock and Load, and we won't be from JohnCon either. So, folks, thank you. Thank you very much. For those of you who put us over the 400 brink, who responded so quickly when the final call went out, thank you. There's Go ahead, John.
If you haven't contacted me already, find me on Facebook. Send an email to John, PwMJ@gmail.com. He'll forward it to me. Let me know what topic you want. Make sure you got your email address so I can make sure you get a copy of that episode also. I will cover whatever you want. Whatever you want me to talk about, I will research and cover for you.
Man, I appreciate that, John. I appreciate you kicking in effort for that.
No problem.
The city of Racine thanks you very much. The poor folk here. Rich, you've gotten a chance to see some of the poorer parts of Racine along with some of the nicer parts of Racine. There are a lot of good people that are trying hard to eke out a living here.
No, there really are, and this is how people get help. It's through virtually unknown podcasters dancing with their shirt off with foam on their head.
Hell yeah! I wish I could get that music going again. I'd dance some more.
That is how the hungry eat.
That's right. So from my pecs to their mouths.
Just think about it. $30. Whoever donated this last $30 or $65, you're helping people eat, and you can buy a lot with that if you're frugal. And those food banks are really good at that. You're helping a lot of people to eat, and that is awesome.
I will also say, if you think you're not going to have a couple of spare bucks for a little while, it's understandable how that goes. We will have I believe we're going to have a donation option online for the Buffalo Food Machine fundraiser.
Boom. You got a second chance.
And you have a second chance. And I'm not going to lie, I've said this before, we have the biggest food machine event in the world. And if you want to help out, it's an opportune chance. And I hear there may even be an opportunity to win a life-size Pillars of Halak.
And I'll tell you what, Rich, if anyone donates and comes up to you, tell you they donated because they want to hear Co-Host Corner, get their topic, get their email, send it to me. I will do something for them too.
Done.
Super sweet and totally legit. And you know what, folks?
I can.
And you know what, folks? With that, all I've got to say is... Oops. This has been Painting with Men Off John. On behalf of Rich Brautman and the co-host of the most, Mr. John Spencer, I'm Men Off John. Hallelujah. Thanks, everybody. And we're out of here. Good night, everybody.